Information Station 1370 WOCA. Ocala.
All right, 5 minutes after 9 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. It's time for Veterans News, and Hank Whittier is in the studio. Good morning, Hank.
Yeah, I feel lonely today.
Yeah.
Usually it's a full table here,
Yeah.
but it's a lonely day, just Gary and I so far. But that's enough. We appreciate it. Thanks for listening in. I'll mention that on the 19th, we're going to do an hour show with Dr. Knapp and the folks from the VA. We're going to be talking high blood pressure and heart disease and all of that. That's sort of an epidemic out there too. So a lot of advances in heart disease and treatment of it. So you might want to tune in for that show. He usually brings a lot of information, and it's helpful information. So kind of circle that. Gary, you have, I believe, one casualty this morning.
Yeah, unfortunately we do. It's a law enforcement casualty in the Atlanta area. We have Officer Terrence Avery Green with the Fulton County Police Department in Georgia. His end of watch was March 4th, 2015, and tragically he was killed by gunfire in the line of duty. Our thoughts and our prayers go out to the family of Officer Green.
Yeah, I think, again, besides our military folks, will continue doing that. It's one too many, but those folks, along with the firefighters, are out there every day, too, protecting us. So when one of them falls, I think we need to remember that. Larry, if you would, please.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Thanks, Larry. What was that? That was discretion is a better part of valor. He just decided. Joe decided to leave. And it wouldn't be a fun day if I wasn't picking on Joe Martone. But, all right, listen. You do have a few things to talk about in terms of people who make this all possible. Now we're going to talk about how the stand down went and thank some people. But go ahead and talk about the our good friends at
Bob Wine's Camellia Garden and Nursery. Well, our ever-changing weather in northern Florida is nice and warm now, so you might get that feeling you want to get out there in the yard with some shovels and rakes and something like that. And, they bring us veterans news. And Bob Wine's Camellia Garden and Nursery is located at 2610 Southeast 38th Street in beautiful Ocala. When it comes to your landscaping needs, Bob Wines has it all. Everything from mulch and small plants to large trees. If they don't have it, you probably don't need it. And Bob Wines will deliver it. And when they plant a tree, they guarantee it. You can't beat a deal like that. And they've been keeping things blooming here in beautiful Ocala since 1952. And when you go into Bob Wines to make your purchase, make sure you tell them you heard about them on WOCA here at the Veterans News Hour, and that you are a veteran, and you'll get a 10% discount. You can't beat a deal like that.
Only if they would come over and plant it for me, then I could beat
Oh,
that.
they'll
And
do
they'll probably do that too.
They'll do that too, and they'll guarantee it. If that tree dies, Hank, you'll get another one. You can't beat a deal like that.
Very good.
And if you need wheels, we definitely need to get to one of our fine Ocala Ford dealers who serve not only Ocala, but also Gainesville, Leesburg, and the Villages. Of course, their main office is right here in beautiful Ocala at 2816 North Pine Avenue. And if you want to give them a call, 352-732-4800. And, you know, Ford dealerships, of course, they have all kinds of new Fords and Lincolns and all those good Ford trucks from 150 all the way up to 350 and even 450s. You can get you a Mustang, an Explorer, an Edge, anything you want. If you don't want to quite go that high in the price, they have some great used cars. If you work on your own car, they do have all kinds of factory authorized repair parts. They have good service at all their locations, and if you don't want to buy, they'll even lease. So definitely give your Ford dealer here a visit.
They have pre-owned certified vehicles out there. So again, new, used, whatever you want to do, you need to get out to Ford and take a look.
And you know, my Ford 250, and I'm not making this up for the commercial, has over 350,000 miles on it, and it doesn't even burn any oil.
Well, that's an endorsement, right, Larry? I think
Sounds like it to me.
Sounds
yeah,
like an endorsement to me. Well, you know, a lot of us drive Fords. Hey, listen, talk a little bit about the stand down. You know, we did the stand down, and there are a lot of people to thank, and I've got a couple of people off the top of my head, but both Friday and Saturday, we had about 200 veterans show up. Needy and homeless veterans.
Wow.
Yeah, it was outstanding. And the good news is, you know, they weren't just showing up to get food or blankets and stuff, which we had, and meals for them as well. But a lot of them partook. The VA registered a lot of them into the system, which meant that they're going to be getting medical care now. And that opens them up to receive other benefits from the VA in terms of housing and other things that the VA is very aggressively involved with. We had 28 different agencies there, about 75 volunteers. A lot of them were looking for jobs. A lot of them were looking for housing. So in that one day, a lot of them received services that were going to get them off the streets and get them into a better position than they're in now. And that really ought to be the goal. The goal ought to not be just to make them more comfortable. The goal ought to be to change their lives. And I think that those 2 days, I won't say everybody there did, but a lot of lives were changed that day by just those 2 days of hard work by people. And we had, you know, not the VA was there, Salvation Army was there, Work Source, is that what they call it now?
Career Source.
Career Source now. So I'm looking at all these sources around here. A lot of social service agencies. The college was out there. The folks from Community Ed were out there. There were a ton of people. Social Security was there. We had Dennis Baxley come by, Stan McLean came by from the county, David Moore came by from the county, put a great word in for Brent Mulliver. We had a couple of little glitches working with, trying to work out some things within the city. Brent Mulliver, who was a city councilman, made sure that all happened and squared that away. Big thumbs up for the Parks Department and their park rangers. They did an outstanding job helping us out. So it was a great event, and as I say, there were dozens of veterans that are better off today than they were last week because they attended that fair. Because people were there, not to prolong their homelessness or their need, but to change things.
Sure.
And there were major changes made with a number of them. So thanks to Gary and Ed and their little committee that they had, and they worked hard and put in lots and lots of hours, and all the volunteers. You know, it was very successful from my viewpoint. So, and the folks we had down from Tallahassee, our partners, the Veterans Foundation out of Tallahassee and the Purple Heart folks, I think they picked up some pointers of how we do it here in Marion County. Everybody does it a little bit differently, but we're going to be forming some partnerships with them as well to solve some issues statewide. So it was very successful. I'm proud of everybody involved. So if I didn't thank you personally that day and you participated, you know, thank you for helping us out.
Wonderful. Hank, we need to take a little break.
Okay.
We'll be
Thanks,
right back.
Hank.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. A very warm day today with intervals of clouds and sun and a high of 83 to 87. Mostly cloudy tonight. There can be a shower, though 60 to 64. Clouds and sunny breaks and much cooler tomorrow with a shower or two around. Highs ranging from the low 60s in the northernmost part of the zone to the mid 70s in the south. And Saturday, more clouds and sun and breezy with a shower possible. Highs in the upper 60s to lower 70s. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Joe Lundberg.
There's good news, and then there's more good news at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens this week. The spring veggies are in, and they're at the same low price as last year. Alphabetically, we start with broccoli and go all the way to zucchini. More than 20 different kinds of spring veggies, still priced at $2.49 for the jumbo 4-pack at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. Bob has herbs, too. Every kind of herb you can imagine, starting at just $1.99. Spring bulbs, rain lily, just 39 cents. Caladium, just 85 cents. Check the ad for a truly great sampling of this week's super buys, especially on that truckload azalea sale. Get 6 ever-blooming red ruffles for the unheard-of price of $29.99. Remember, if you've got a garden or a landscape job, check with Bob Wines first for quality at a lower price on time. It's Bob Wines Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street, Ocala. Daily till 5, Saturdays till 4. Homegrown, locally owned since 1952.
Let's face it, nowadays it can be hard to find American-made products, and that's something that Cabinet Sales of North Florida is well aware of. That's why they're an authorized dealer of Wellborn Cabinetry, family-owned and American-made since 1961. Cabinet Sales of North Florida is your answer for complete turnkey kitchen remodels and whole house cabinetry. Their cabinets are finished with solvent-based enamels for a long-lasting finish that's second to none. Available in an incredible selection of door styles and colors to choose from to turn your dream kitchen into a reality. In-house design and drawing services are available. Come by and see our displays for yourself at the Floors of the Villages, 3935 County Road 216 in Oxford, or Exquisite Design Kitchen and Bath in Bellevue, right across the street from the Bellevue Library. So whether you're looking for bookcases, kitchen, bath, or outdoor kitchen, Cabinet Sales of North Florida is your one-stop source of quality cabinets. For a free estimate, call 352-427-2647. That's 352-427-2647. Cabinet Sales of North Florida.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
All right, 18 minutes after 9 o'clock. Hank Whittier is here. We're doing Veterans News. Gary Pascal.
Just again, we're following up on the stand down. There were more younger vets there this year, and the women showed up again this year. A lot of female vets. I don't know what the total number was. We're gonna have an after action report. We'll all sit down and kind of dissect what went well, what didn't. But overall, it was outstanding. So again, for dozens of veterans, it made a difference, and if you gave some money or you volunteered and all that, thank you. We appreciate it. And
because of that, we were able to do a lot more for the female vets than we had been able to do in the past. CTAE had given us certificates for the ladies to get a haircut, a blow dry, and what else
make
they
themselves
do, they
look
set
pretty,
their hair,
yeah.
make themselves look real pretty, and them certificates were probably worth about $40.
Yeah.
We had gift cards donated by folks to where we were able to take the female vets to Walmart, and get them new undergarments. And Big Al's Barbershop was doing haircuts, and the Faith Riders was doing a lot of haircuts. So, a lot of these veterans showed that they wanted to get cleaned up and get over there in that career source van and get a good job, where it seemed like used to be in the past, Hank, the two biggest lines we had was the food line and the field gear line.
These were
but that
people,
wasn't the case at this stand down.
These were people who wanted to make a change in their lives, and a lot of them, I was proud of those men and women, because a lot of them stepped up and say, look, I'm tired of being on the street. I know I need to do something else, or I'm I'm here to get some help, and that's the first step of getting help. And as I say, I was telling you off the air, the goal for our agency is really to put ourselves out of business.
Yeah. Not easy though.
Yeah, it would be it'd be nice if to wake up one morning and say, hey, you no longer need these agencies to help out these people because you did your job. You were successful. you took care of business. You got them back to being productive citizens again. So anyway, I want to thank you again. We do have some events coming up. Congressman Nugent has an event on the 21st at the college. I believe from 8 in the morning.
I think it's from 10 in the morning.
10 in the morning to early afternoon. That's out there at the Klein Center or the U.S. Center. That's a resource fair, so that's open to all veterans. And just need to go out there. There'll be, again, a lot of social service agencies there. The VA will be there. We'll be there. Information, if you're looking to get into the VA or you're looking for just general information, that's the place to go on the 21st. And we have an event. Curly, thank you for coming in. Okay.
Good morning.
I'm harassing you a little bit.
Good morning, everyone. I'm sorry for being here late, but I was at a meeting, and Ken Nadeau told me to tell you it was his fault that he.
It is. It's always Kenny's fault.
Yeah. Anyway, we were just discussing a lot of things that's concerning coming up with the veterans. Including the stand down we just finished, and also the new things that's coming out, and it's the multiplicity of things which the business community at BNI, they're going to help me coordinate and do a lot of things, but it's all geared up to help the veteran and also to move forward on the building that we're trying to build for the community.
Very good. Listen, we have a Vietnam Vet Day coming up the end of the month too. That's the 29th, is it?
9th of March.
Yeah, and I know Jeffrey talked to me briefly about it the other day. I don't have a lot of details on it, but we'll announce some more details as time goes on. So there's a lot of events. You know, we tend to get the events in the springtime and in the fall.
Right.
But there's a lot of events coming up. I was talking about Nugent's, Congressman Nugent's thing next on the 21st. So a lot of things happening, a lot of positive things happening, and can't do it without you folks. So we appreciate your help. You have anything you want to announce?
Well, actually, no. I'm just, so proud of everybody who came out on last Saturday and Friday and helped us with this stand down. I mean, it was a great success because we serviced at least 150 to 200 veterans that were just, out of contention, out of the whole gamut of being, a part of this society. And a lot of them came up to me and said, "We appreciate what you're trying to do here, man," and this, that, and the other. So I think it was a very successful stand down.
We were talking about, how many of them really came and said, "Look, I want to change. I'm tired of what I'm doing. I know I'm doing something wrong.
Right.
Thank you for offering the help, and I'm going to change." And they did. At least they took the first step.
Right.
So that's positive. Hey, listen, if you want to play trivia with us, you can call in. I've got a trivia question. I haven't done that in about a year, I think, because I haven't. And I've been telling Gary to do it, but that's for him down there. But if you want to play trivia, I got a trivia question. It's an easy one. And, it's a usual Walmart $20 question.
All right.
If you want to call in.
$20.
$20 if it's an easy one. I'll cut you some slack this morning.
So they can't Google it. You want to ask them after the
no,
call.
I'm not going to do that. Because some of them are pretty quick Googling, so you have to call first.
All right, so the number is 622-9622 if you want to try to win that $20 Walmart card from Hank.
Yeah, you can do that, and I haven't done that in a while. I'm going to try to get back into the groove and be here a little bit more often so I can ask you some trivia questions from time to time.
The only thing, you'll need your headphones to hear the caller.
Well, you know how I am about headphones.
Yeah, you won't be able to hear it without.
I'm going what and how. Well, they won't get the question right, obviously.
Okay.
Usual people aren't out there this morning, but maybe they.
No, you have a call, but you need the headphones.
Oh, okay. Someone's got any action on the air. Is it a regular? Is it a cat?
I have no idea. I have no idea who it is. All right, now you got the head. Can you hear me, Hank?
Unfortunately, I can't.
Well, good. That means you'll hear the caller. Good morning. You're on with Hank.
Hey, good morning. How are you guys?
Hey, we're doing great, man. We're doing great. Yeah, you're gonna take a chance, huh?
Yeah, let's.
Okay, here it is. It's an easy question, an easy question, and I might even give you a hint if you don't get it the first time around. Everybody knows about the White House, right? They call it the White House where the president stays and his family, right?
Right.
So, and for years they called it the White House because it was whitewashed and all that. I mean, I won't give you all the historical thing. But who was the first president who made it and officially called it the White House?
That would be Madison.
Well, you're not. No, you're a little bit off. I talk about this guy all the time. How about if I give you a hint? All righty?
Okay.
What are you a veteran?
No, sir.
You're not a veteran. Okay, I'll give you an easier hint then.
Oh, no.
All right. How about walk softly and carry a big stick?
That would be Teddy Roosevelt.
There you go. So you got it, man. All right, listen. Yeah, listen. Congratulations. Hey, that's only because I'm in one of my rare good moods today. So, come on by. Everybody's gonna watch me give it to Larry because sometimes Larry says I don't give it to him. But there's a $20 Walmart card here for you. All right.
Very nice.
Tell me.
How fortuitous to catch you in a good mood.
Well, it is unusual now, So mark this on your calendar. All right.
And what is your first name?
Doug.
Doug?
All right, man. Hey, listen, Doug, you have a good day, and, buy when you go to Walmart, make sure whatever you buy is made in America, okay?
You know what? I'm one of those guys.
Outstanding.
I'm one of those guys.
Outstanding. Well, we do it, too. And believe me, there are more products out there now that you can do that with, okay? All right, listen.
Thank you.
All right, buddy. You have a good one. Yeah. Yeah, everybody called it the White House, but no one officially named it until Teddy Roosevelt did it in 1901. Obviously, he was there at the time, so it's a long story. I won't give you all the historical facts, but you were there, weren't you, Gare?
Yeah, matter of fact, I was with him at the Rough Riders when he charged up that hill in Cuba.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he didn't know. He went up the other hill. Yeah, he went up the wrong hill. Anyway, listen, I was telling Gary before you came in, the reason this thing was successful, besides all the volunteers and all that stuff, it's really, that committee really worked hard. You were part of that committee, so great job, really great job. And the folks from Tallahassee, and I talked a lot and trying to work out, they took some hints from us, we'll take some hints from them, but I think we've got a pretty good partnership going there. So.
Yeah, and we had a lot of people praying for this too. A lot of the churches were praying and stuff like that, so I give God the glory for having a good stand down too.
But it's a lot more work than people think it is. I think this is the first time. Gary used to just do the food when he was with Salvation Army. This time he was doing it all, and a little bit more work than people realize. So.
And every contingency we thought of, it just was just enough. I do believe. Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Well, you want to talk about who makes this all possible? Because we're almost out of time. I think Gary, he's giving me those. He give me two and a half. I always think you're shooting me some sort of
No, 2 fingers. 2 fingers.
That's a 2-minute warning. Yeah.
One little quick thing about the stand down. Stirrups and Strides bought a therapy pony to the event that had to be the hit of the event. So I just wanted to touch on that and thank them. Also, again, the Ocala Ford dealers, get down there, get a good deal. Make sure you tell them you heard about them on WOCA during the Veterans News Hour. They have great dealerships all over the place. Again, Gainesville, Leesburg, the Villages, Bellevue, new cars, used cars, parts, leasing, you name it. They got it. And again, while this weather's warm, because, we may freeze again, this is North Florida, get on down to Bob Wines, get your plants, keep them in the house if you want to, and, until April, and, and then we should be through with the bad weather. But don't forget the 10% discount you get if you're a veteran, so tell the folks.
Let me mention, too, the other guy that came by, and I mentioned all the politicians, but the sheriff came by also, and we were talking about the sheriff, how to partnership on a couple of, we got some ideas how the veterans and the Sheriff's Department can partnership, and I think myself and the VA director are going to meet with him next Friday. So get some great ideas, and he's got some great ideas. So you can't do it, you can't do it alone. You need all the help of the community to make these things successful.
He appears to be a big supporter of that.
Yeah, he is. He really is. His dad was make Curly and I happy. His dad was the United States Marines. All right. So I'm sure his dad, got his attention when he was young.
I bet you.
All right, listen, thank you for listening. Thank you for your service. And as I tell you every week, and I mean it, God bless America, everybody.